Hello, my name is Dr. Diwan S. Raja. Today I will discuss about the histology of the exocrine glands. The exocrine gland has a secretory unit along with the ducts called parenchyma of the gland. The parenchyma originates from the epithelial tissue. So the parenchyma is a derivative of the glandular epithelium. The connective tissue that supports the parenchyma is called stroma. We have two types of gland depending on the duct. The exocrine gland has duct. We have another type of gland that has no duct. We call them endocrine gland, like that of thyroid gland. So, in the exocrine gland and endocrine gland, how they are formed. The parenchyma of the gland is produced from the glandular epithelium. What are the glandular epithelium? The surface epithelium, some of the surface epithelium dips down into the connective tissue like this. It is deepening inside the connective tissue. Here, then there will be duct formation. This is the way of formation of the exocrine gland. The similar way, the endocrine gland also formed from the epithelium, surface epithelium. Some of the cell will be deepened into the connective tissue. There will be the glandular epithelium like this. This is the glandular epithelium. Then it is going inside the connective tissue. This is the connective tissue. Then this part is discontinued, disappearance. Okay, so there is no duct in the endocrine gland. Rather, it is invaded by fenestrated capillaries. Okay, the parenchyma is fenestrated is invaded by the capillaries, and there is no duct. The secretion will go directly to the capillaries. But here it is surrounded by the blood vessels. It is inside the connective tissue, but the duct system is developed here. Secretion goes out through the duct. Okay. So we have two type of gland depending on the number of cell. We have unicellular gland. We have multicellular gland. The unicellular gland is the goblet cell. And exocrine gland are either unicellular or multicellular. So the goblet cell secretes mucus. These are the mucinogen droplets that is formed here. This is the nucleus of the goblet cell. We have we have the endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria present here, the organelles. This is the nucleus that is present in the basal part of the goblet cell. These are the mucinogen droplets. Okay, so they will be deposited. So its appearance may not be spindle shaped. This part may be expanded. Okay, depending on the amount of mucinogen droplets. And this mucinogen droplet will come out by means of exocytosis. And goblet cells are present in the respiratory epithelium, among the respiratory epithelium, in the lining of the small intestine and large intestine. Okay. So this is the goblet cell here. On hematoxylin eosin stain will get light colored appearance of the goblet cell. This is entire cell is the goblet cell. Another goblet cell, another goblet cell. This is the lumen. It secretes the mucinogen mucus by means of exocytosis to the lumen, to the luminal surface. These are also goblet cell by different stain, like the PAS stain. Okay. We have multicellular exocrine gland depending on the ductal portion. Simple tubular gland are the intestinal gland, crypts of Lieberkühn present in the large intestine, small intestine. Branch tubular gland are found in the stomach, the gastric glands. Coil tubular gland are the sweat gland that is found in the skin. Compound acinar exocrine glands are found in the lactating breast. compound tubuloacinar gland are in the salivary gland. Okay, this table has been taken from Jankuria's basic histology for our better understanding. This is the tubular gland. Okay, here is the duct, and this cell secret comes out through that. This is called cryptoplasma cone present in the large intestine, small intestine. This is found in the stomach. This is the Brown's tubular gland. This is a coil tubular gland found in the sweat gland. This is a small acinar gland that is found in the small mucous gland of the along the urethra. Branched acinar gland. These are all simple. Simple means that their duct does not branch out. Okay, so here branched acinar gland is found in the sebaceous gland of the skin. The compound gland means that ducts from several secretory unit converts into a large duct, and ducts are lined by stratified cuboidal or stratified columnar epithelium. Here we have several elongated coil secretory units, and that ducts converge to form large duct here. This is found in the Brunner's gland, submucosal gland of the first part of the duodenum, and this gland has very important role to neutralize the acid kind from the stomach. When it goes from the stomach to the duodenum, its secretion is alkaline, so the acid part is neutralized. This is the acinar. This is the compound acinar, compound tubular, compound acinar gland, several sac-like secretory unit like this unit with small duct converts to a large duct. Okay, that is found in the exocrine pancreas. Tubuloacinar gland. Okay, we have some tubule here. Ducts of both tubular and acinar. Here we may have tubular structure here also. Okay, this is also like a tube. Tubuloacinar gland secretory units converts to larger ducts. This is found in salivary glands, so we may get some tube in lieu of some of the acini. Okay, so we got that. So classification based on mechanism of secretion. Okay, most of the exocrine glands are merocrine gland. They secrete by exocytosis. Exocytosis without damage to the cell, without damage to the cell membrane. Okay. Then holocrine, the entire cell will be disrupted, disintegrate with content, and the entire cell become the secretion that is found in the sebaceous gland. Here is the sebaceous gland of the skin. Okay. So it secretes the sebum, it may lead to acne formation. Here is the here is the gland, apocrine gland. Okay, apocrine gland, a part of the cell membrane at the apical part of the cell of the epithelium is lost along with the secretion. Here, this is the example of lactating breast. These are the milk droplets. They are formed inside this cell. They come out of the cell. When they come out, a small portion of the cell membrane in the apex of the cell is lost. So this is the gland of the lactating breast. Okay, but this type of gland is also found in the skin of the axilla. Okay, so these are my references, and that's all about the histology of the exocrine gland. If you like my video, please support my channel, please subscribe me, and have a nice day. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me. Please share the information with your friends. Bye now.